everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jill, otherwise known as the Enlightened Target, and this channel is devoted to narcissistic abuse awareness and recovery, parental alienation, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, and anything and everything associated with those three main topics. Today's topic was requested by one of my viewers. Her name is Isabel, so thanks so much for your request, Isabel. It's a topic that I know is pretty confusing because so many of the behaviors they exhibit overlap. Today we're talking about the malignant narcissist, the sociopath, and the psychopath, and what exactly the differences are between these three very dark, sadistic, and disturbed human beings. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I'd like to invite you to please subscribe and hit that notification bell because I put out videos every week. Also, if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are in the description below. I would like to briefly mention, if you are just learning about narcissism or narcissistic personality disorder, it's not important that you understand who is a psychopath, a sociopath, or a malignant narcissist at this time. I always worry about people who are just learning about this, getting too much information and becoming overwhelmed and then getting confused. It's enough of a shock when someone realizes that someone they are associated with is exhibiting these behaviors. So if you are just learning about all of this, please don't worry about trying to discover, what category they may or may not be in. Look for the 3 E's or the triple E. Number 1, entitlement. Number 2, lack of empathy. And number 3, exploitative. When you're just learning about this, all the information can make things so confusing. So a very simple way to think about this is to use the 3 E's or the triple E. Okay, so how do we determine or know if someone is a malignant narcissist, a sociopath, or a psychopath? Malignant narcissism, sociopathy, and psychopathy are not listed as a diagnosis in the DSM. That's the technical term for these people would be antisocial personality disorder. Most times, all 3 of these people will exhibit behaviors from narcissistic personality disorder diagnosis and antisocial personality disorder diagnosis. And the malignant narcissist is definitely thought to have both NPD and ASPD, both cluster B personality disorders. Those are the technical names in diagnosis. So let's talk about what antisocial personality disorder is. The primary features of antisocial personality disorder are a consistent disregard for the feelings of other people. This can include manipulation, deceit, as well as emotional and physical abuse. Another key component is lack of remorse for the wrongdoing. Violent or aggressive behavior can be a sign of this condition also, but many times they don't behave violently. People with ASPD usually show signs of conduct disorder in childhood. This could include violence towards other people, animals, theft, vandalism. Only adults can be diagnosed with ASPD, and they must have at least 3 of the following symptoms: a disdain for authority and social norms shown by a continued illegal or law-breaking behavior, a pattern of deceit, including exploitation and manipulation of other people, reckless, impulsive, or risky behavior that shows a disregard for personal safety or the safety of other people, little or no remorse for the harmful and illegal actions. They are generally hostile, irritable, aggressive, restless, and have an agitated mood. They will have a pattern of irresponsible, arrogant, or disrespectful behavior and have difficulty planning ahead. They will usually exhibit aggressive behaviors as a response to anger or other emotions, and it will generally involve an intent to harm or destroy. There are 3 main types of aggression. Hostile aggression is behavior specifically aimed at injuring or destroying someone or something. Instrumental aggression, this is an aggressive act that relates to a specific goal, such as smashing a car window to steal a wallet. And effective aggression, This refers to the behavior usually directed at a person or object that triggered an emotion. The aggression may also be redirected if it isn't possible to target the actual source. Another key component to many of these people is sadism, which means that they take pleasure in humiliating someone or causing them pain. They enjoy knowing other people are suffering or watching others experience emotional or physical pain. Many derive sexual excitement from seeing others in pain. They might spend a lot of time, fantasizing about hurting other people, even if they don't actually, act on those impulses. This controlling behavior and the enjoyment they get from humiliating others is especially for public situations. Many experts suggest that what separates a person with narcissistic personality disorder and malignant narcissism is sadism. Narcissism often involves a self-centered pursuit of desires and goals, but people with NPD might still show some remorse or regret for hurting others in the process. If you are interested in really diving into this topic, I'd like to recommend three absolutely wonderful books. One is titled Without Conscience by Dr. Robert Hare. He is the world's leading expert on psychopathy, and he came up with the psychopathy checklist that all professionals worldwide use to diagnose someone who is a psychopath. He went into the Canadian prison system to study these people for years, and the information that he details in this book is invaluable. Another book that I would like to recommend is The Sociopath Next Door by Dr. Martha Stout. This is an excellent book on sociopathy and how these people operate. And the third book is titled People of the Lie by M. Scott Peck. In this book, he defines human evil as malignant narcissism. All three of these books are an absolute must-read for anyone wanting to learn more about malignant narcissism, sociopathy, and psychopathy. Okay, so now let's talk about what distinguishes one from the other. First, let's talk about the psychopaths. Psychopaths are born. There may or may not be an environmental contributing factor. They usually will exhibit concerning behaviors in childhood. Psychopaths do not feel any form of guilt or remorse for anyone. These people are the serial killers of the world, but not all psychopaths kill. Robert Hare said that if he could not have access to a prison to study psychopaths, he would have gone to Wall Street to study them. So, like, for example, Bernie Madoff would be considered a psychopath, I would imagine. All psychopaths are narcissists and are the most disconnected from any feelings of empathy, guilt, and remorse. These people can harm their own family members and, even their own children without feeling any remorse. They are usually able to hide within society fairly well. They are very skilled actors and can exhibit high levels of self-control, which the sociopath and the malignant narcissist struggle with. The psychopaths are the ones that you find out have been serial killers for years, but yet kept the same job in their profession for years and years and had a spouse and a family and were active in their local church. However, they are unable to truly form attachments. Emotions are just foreign to them. They know that they should feel something, but they don't. Love, goodness, evil, humor have no actual meaning. They hold no power to move the psychopath. And this makes the psychopath the most dangerous of all. They can completely disconnect from experiencing any emotions for the horrible things that they do. Now let's talk about the sociopath. Sociopaths are going to be way more impulsive and irresponsible than the psychopath. They usually have very poor impulse control and tend to have difficulty holding on to jobs or keeping consistent work. They are the con men and women of the world. It's difficult for the sociopath to establish relationships, but not impossible. Both the sociopath and the psychopath are capable of committing horrible crimes, but a sociopath is less likely to commit them against those that he or she cares about. So, unlike the psychopath, the sociopath is able to feel low levels of empathy for a select few individuals, but not others. And of course, that could easily change at any time. Sociopaths are much more likely to get in trouble with the law, while psychopaths are much more likely to blend in. Psychopaths are born and sociopaths are made. They probably will have a genetic predisposition to the disorder, but there is definitely an environmental factor with a sociopath. All sociopaths will be a narcissist. For the most part, a sociopath and a malignant narcissist are the same kind of human being. In my opinion, they're one and the same. Okay, let's talk about the malignant narcissist, sometimes referred to as the dark triad personality because there are three distinctive parts to the personality. This person will have narcissistic personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder, and will exhibit a third part of the personality called Machiavellianism. And what that means is they are cunning, they are highly manipulative, they are sadistic, and gain pleasure from the suffering of other human beings. The person who came up with the term malignant narcissism, he was a psychotherapist named Erich Fromm. He's a German Jew who escaped the Nazi regime. And that is the term he used to describe and define the behaviors he witnessed from the Nazis, which is just about as telling of a definition that anyone could give you. Nazis equal malignant narcissism. In closing, the psychopath, the sociopath, and the malignant narcissist are all very bad people. They are much more similar than they are different from each other. All are capable of causing incredible harm. All are potentially dangerous. They have little to no conscience, and they have a sadistic side to them. These people are the closest thing to human evil as you can get. These are permanent conditions. This is not a mental illness, that can be treated with medication or something. These are very serious character and personality disorders. So these are not people you want to have any form of a relationship with in any way, shape, or form. Okay, that's going to do it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please hit that notification bell because I will be putting out videos every week. I'd love to hear any comments or experiences that you have had in the comments below. And please follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are in the description. Thanks so much for watching.